are in a constitutional crisis. Now is not the time to
And he settled that without peeing once.
Well, that's the most stunning part. That part.
He fasted and was dehydrated.
But Sarah Haynes, here she is praising Cory Booker, and Alyssa Farah, who's the pet Republican over there, here she is pitching him as the new party leader.
What I loved when he really began, he said, "This is not normal. This is a crisis." I have been saying this for so long. We are in a constitutional crisis. Now is not the time to
And he settled that without peeing once.
Well, that's the most stunning part. That part.
He fasted and was dehydrated. He said he was fasting for
Since the
3
previous
days.
Friday.
Well, and one thing that we've talked about this table, but actually disagreed a little bit, is what the fight should look like. I have said to react in rage and hot-headed just to show you're resisting and you're fighting is not effective. This was effective. This was calculated, coordinated, and disciplined.
That he didn't eat, didn't drink, and didn't pee for that period of time. I mean, that shows this sort of old school kind of fighting that I don't feel like we see in politicians anymore. Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of folks who are going to be looking at Cory Booker and saying, maybe that's who should be leading the Senate. Because something I still believe, and I know this table disagrees.
All right, so to be clear, I don't agree with what Sarah said right there, but even this thing that Alyssa's saying, that because you were able to not eat or pee for a certain amount of time, that makes you the leader of the Democrat Party. Well, maybe it's just fine, Adam. Maybe it's just, why am I even pushing against this? Yes, fine. Congratulations. You're like a camel. You're the leader.
I mean, the qualifications are so low at this point. We've seen so many failed politicians on the left right now that not being able to pee or eat for 25 hours actually might be the most impressive thing they've done in a very long time. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, I understand it, Dave.
I mean, if it has anything to do with Chuck Schumer's look, let me try to do a Chuck Schumer right here. Okay, listen, Dave.
Yeah, you got to go low.
And how low are we going here, Dave? All right.
We're so proud of you.
You know what's crazy about Chuck Schumer? You know what's crazy about Chuck Schumer? How old do you think Chuck Schumer is? How old do you think?
Chuck, I guess he's probably 76.
I think he's 72. Where'd our friend go? There she is.
We can all do it.
Look at this lovely girl. What a girl. What a guy. He's
74.
At least.
He's 74.
So how many years younger is he than Trump? 5 years younger than Trump. He looks a lot older than Trump. I'll tell you that much right there. But the Cory Booker, I actually could see being someone that they would galvanize around, because I think, I talked about the polls, 29%, 21%, whatever it was. And then they said, who do you think embodies the best of the best, the Democratic Party? And it was like AOC at 10%. I think it was Kamala at 9%. I think Joe Biden's still hanging out by a point. But it was just all these people. No one cracked anything more than 10%. I don't even know if Gavin Newsom was in there. So the bar is set so low. If Cory Booker can get above 10%, he might be the guy.
Yeah, and he's a little gay. I don't even know if that helps anymore.
Is he?
Yeah, he seems a little gay to me. No offense.
Is he married?
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think
you
he's a
got the
lifelong
gaydar
bachelor,
thing going on. You know what's going on. I mean, if it's what's wrong with being a gay leader.
This makes me even happier that Trump is doing one of his other infamous troll jobs, saying that, maybe he'll run for a third term. Perhaps there's a loophole that would allow such, because now, the Democrats are driving themselves even crazier than before. Likely not going to happen, but I just love that now they're all scrambling, saying, oh my gosh, what if this actually happens? And we gotta find our new, person to put on a pedestal now that Trump might be running for a third term.